All right. We are recording. We're going to see if this is awful quality, but um, it's okay. So we are going to be talking about an amazing thing I'm so excited about. It's going to change my business completely. But before we get started, my name is Jessica Kitchen. I am a superstar consultant for the Energizer Buddies family of teams. Um, which is so crazy to say that. I'm going to probably say that on every video I'd ever do. But I'm talking about these 30-minute Facebook Live Scent socials. And I'm not a party person. I've done almost 2K in sales just on individual orders. And so I want to get into parties because that's how we're going to do the dang thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take some of your time, and I'm hoping that's not going to be super long, but I want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful. These are really easy parties. So um, before we get started, go grab a notebook, go grab a pen, go grab a piece of paper. I'll wait. Okay, so this is obviously done on Facebook. So if you are not on Facebook, then you'll have to get a little creative. But it's okay. Everything's fine. I'm going to pull up my Facebook here because I created a little um, Facebook group because I do have a party about to start. I'm really excited. Immediately got one booked. And let me just give you a little bit of backstory with me on parties. So we have been doing this week-long party thing where one day we talk about wax and warmers, the next day we talk about the body products, next day we talk about laundry. I can't. I can't do it. I have like almost extreme anxiety, and just the thought of scheduling that many posts, I don't even want to look at it actually. So, yeah, I had to figure out a way to do parties because I need to do them 100%. And so what I did was I signed up for our virtual Scentsy family reunion, and I watched this amazing person. Shout out to Heather Gorsuch for doing this amazing breakout session. And I also want to do a quick little shout out to Mallory Thompson for bringing this breakout session to my attention because it's freaking awesome. Let me just tell you. So let's hop on in. Let me go ahead and get me sharing my screen here, and we will see if this will work. Get you a little water while I'm doing this. Cool. All right, so this is the bare bones place. I wanted to have this up while I kind of explain the process because it's easier to look than it is to just listen to what I'm saying. So it's a Facebook group. It's going to be a private Facebook group. And there are 4 key aspects of making sure that this works. And so the first part is plan and prepare. So make sure that if you are like, yes, I'm going to do these, that you have time to not only do these, but to get these little sample packs out as soon as possible. Um, there's another part of this, which is the Google form, which we're going to take a look at here in a second. It's critical, absolutely critical, especially for those little sample packs that we're going to be giving out. The next one that's super, super important is the inviting process. This isn't like your normal party where you tell somebody, oh, let's invite, 20 to 30 people, and then they end up mass inviting 40 to 50 people. We want it to be an intimate gathering. I mean, not like a weird intimate, but like people that you would invite over for like a home party or like for a dinner. So we don't want any more than like 15 people in here. And so what we're doing is we're going to talk to our host. And in this scenario, our host is Sharon. And Sharon Scentsy, that's her last name. She is so excited to do a party um, and all this good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Sharon. We're like, okay, awesome. So who are your like Fab Five people or like people that you could sell dirt to and they would buy? I know it sounds weird because when Heather said it, I was like, I don't like to sell dirt. So these are like your ride or die people that, you know, if you need them, they're going to be there for you. And so those are the first five people that you're going to put down to invite to this little shindig. After that, you're going to think of five more people after that. And then once you have those five people, then you're going to think of five more people after that. And she has this amazing little timeline in her Dropbox. I'll put her Dropbox down below because I don't remember it off the top of my head right now. It's right here, but I'll just put it in the description. So she even has like what day to do things on. And the big thing when it comes to inviting is you're wanting them to invite quality over quantity. We don't want a bunch of people in here. We just want, you know, the people that, you know, the first 15 people you think of, but starting with that Fab Five, those ride or die people. All right. The cool thing about making it into a Facebook group is that you're able to schedule posts out, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the cool thing is that she already has like all kinds of graphics and stuff in her Dropbox. Like, isn't Heather the greatest? She's the best. Okay, so once you explain the inviting process, and once you have done the next three things that I'm going to tell you about, that's when you're going to invite your host. You get everything set up before your host joins this Facebook group. That does a couple things. One, it helps you to make sure that you're prepared. You can double check everything before she gets in there or he gets in there. And two, it looks super professional. Super professional. So we've got our little cover photo. There are like three things that you want to make sure that you do before you add your host. You want to make your Google form your announcement. And this is how we're going to be collecting data because direct sales is all about having like a sales funnel. And the most important part of having a sales funnel is having a place for them to enter their information. We have to gather information to be able to contact people. So this is just what I did for the announcement post. I should have put a picture on here, but you know, it is what it is. I'll probably change it. So I put welcome to Sharon Scent Social. Please fill out your info below so I can send you a surprise bag. Only the first 6 to fill us out under Sharon gets one. Who is going to claim theirs? So that way there's a call to action. And then also, Google Docs form is right here. If you are on my team, I'll put it in. So I want to say word party because parties are kind of a stigma now, especially in direct sales. We're just hanging out. We're just having a social time. So since you've been invited to online Scentsy Social, I want to make sure you get the full experience. I need to fix that. Please fill out your info below. Thanks to your surprise bag. Only the first 6 to fill us out gets under their host gets one. Hope you're quick. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So this is just a normal. So if you have, my plan is have 3 parties going on a week. So they'll have to put their host. So that way I don't have to make a Google form every time I book a party. So I asked them for their email address. I'm going to ask them for their first and last name. I ask them what their favorite form of contact is, text or Facebook Messenger. I ask for their phone number. So if they put text, they'll most likely put their phone number. Um, they don't have to put their phone number. I actually need to fix this. I'm glad I'm sharing this with you guys because now you know how to how to not do that. Your address, so that way I can send them their scent bag. Who's your Scent Social host? So that way they can put Sharon Scentsy, they can put Jessica Kitchen, they can put whoever. The next one is what scent or scents do you prefer from the families below? So we got all our fragrance families. And I don't know why it did that. Awkward. What products have you not tried yet but would like to? And then there's all of these, so they can choose those. They don't have to. And then would you like to be spoiled with free and half off goodies? So that way they can just, we can have that information. Do they want to be, they want free and half off stuff? And then there's one more question that I want to put on here, and it's super, super important. And that last question is, do you want to help your host get an additional half price item? And those of you that have done parties before, that's your perpetual party reward. But I'll talk about that here in a little bit. If they do the same thing, yes, no, thank you, maybe tell me more. So that way you kind of have an idea who might be interested in maybe booking their own Scent Social. So that way when you go into the live a little bit later, you'll have that information. Cool, cool. So we've got our Google form. It's not perfect. We're going to fix it. Don't worry. So that is set as an announcement. So when people are invited, that's the very first thing that they see is that Google form. And the way that I'm doing it is the first 6 people to sign up will get a scent bag. Now, the way that Heather does it, I believe she gives everyone a scent bag, and that's fantastic. Just with my budget right now, I'm going to do the first 6. Whatever works for your budget, do what's best for you. You don't have to do it the same way I'm doing it. Now, the second thing is having, where's the discussion? Another post, because typically when people come into a Facebook group, their notification settings are only set to highlights. So the next post that you want to have in here is just a super simple turn on notifications. Super simple. And then the last thing is you want to make sure that you go to the description of the group, which will be our about section. And just make sure that you have changed the name of the group. You've made a description. I put thanks for coming to our Scent Social. Sharon is earning some free Scentsy while helping support Jess. Make sure you fill out the Google form to grab your Scent Social surprise bag. The first 6 to fill out the form get a bag. Fill it out here. Here's the Google form. Take a look around and find your new faves. And I put the website link for my host. So that way they're able to see it. It's right there in the description. And it's also going to be a post on your timeline for the group, if it will load. Yep. So it's actually going to be right here. Cool beans. So that stuff is already there. So whenever your host comes in, you're like, wow, she got it all together, we're good. And then she started dividing that 5 more after that, and the 5 more after that. Once we hit 15, we're Gucci. So let's say that your host is having some problems finding that 15 or finding that 8 to 10 people. So the really cool thing is you remember Frank. I'll show you guys real quick. You may not be able to see it because it's kind of Frank. So it's backwards. Awkward. But so friends. So have them think of friends. Have them think of relatives. Have them think of acquaintances, or I call them most friends because maybe for a lot of people. It's for neighbors. So anybody, like if you have kiddos, the person that they play soccer with their mom or whatever. So use Frank. So I can get 8 to 12 or 15. I would any of the 15 start out. Cool. And again, we want to make sure we get in quality variety. Take a brain break a second. This is what I love about this party style. don't post more than twice a day until the 30 starts. Twice a day. As opposed to maybe 6 to 8 posts I was doing before. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So excited. Now, there's two different these parts can go depending on if your live is on Facebook. So I'm being honest with you, you have to go Facebook Live in these. If you didn't go Facebook Live, you are holding yourself back. Probably a whole YouTube video on overcoming your fears and just going Facebook Live. But I'm not going to do that on this one. So depending on the live, your party can or your Scent Social can be 3 to 4 days, or it can be 6 to 7 days. The key here is when can you get the sample out? When you get the sample packs out, give them about 3 days to get them, and then make sure that they have them before the one and a half before they go live. It's going to be the best way to get everything set up. Cool. As ever, really accepting invites for your social. Friend request them. Send a friend request. We'll say accept that. Thanks so much for being so excited to have you. Were you able to Google form fill out something along those lines that we can respond back to you? I'm gonna keep burping. Let me know if you have any questions. I would have a conversation with them just before you send the website link. I'm really big on like having that relationship stuff like that before I start saying, hey, buddy, I me. Cool. So let's talk about how your posts are gonna look. So you're gonna do, I'd say I'm gonna probably do more of the 6 to 7 day Facebook socials. So I'm gonna have a post, I'd say probably about 48 hours in from once the post is in there. All of you have claims, or if there's just something to claim. Again, Heather, of course, has all of these in her box, pictures and all. There's only very few that you have to actually edit. So thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate you. She put like, oh my gosh, they're all claimed. I hope that one, or who's able to snag one. Things like that. Or oh my gosh, you have like 2 claims. Who's gonna grab that too? Once you have those claims, get those packs out as soon as possible, in a day or two, if you need to. But I recommend ASAP. Excuse me. Make sure that you post that the packs are going out. Take a selfie of you going to post office or have them take up on your porch or whatever. Once you have that done, and do a little like this or that. Like you could do murmurs. You could do like a little scent circle thing. Like which one you prefer, grotto or people that talk? Because that's that voice. So that way we start that conversation with people. The more people are conversating, we're getting to know each other, all that stuff. Then we have to pick a day for the live. So we'll announce when the live's going to be. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you get your sample pack and you use it and things like that. You can even do your post based on what kind of samples in the packs. I'm not going to do that because it's going to be easier for me to get other things done. And I don't know when they're going to be packs. So I'm going to do a live and post. And then the other cool thing with the live announcement is you can just get it. So you go to events. You can create an event. You're going to go live in the group, not in the event. But what we'll do is people have their notifications on. But if you do this event, everyone's going to get a notification reminding them of the event, aka your Facebook Live on the group. So that way everybody will be there. And they'll be like, oh man, I forgot. Let me go grab my sample pack, do some sniffs, and head over to the live. Now the cool thing is once we get to the day of the live, you can actually, make a cute little graphic. Heather, of course, has just got one in there. You can just put the host picture on there, have her post that to her Facebook, and just say, hey, my Facebook Live thing's happening tonight. I'm so excited for the Scent Social. Does anybody want to come hang out with us? So that way, if anybody else wants to, she can totally invite them in instead of blindly inviting people. Because the more people that are engaged, more people that are going to feel comfortable and they're going to want to get some Scentsy. You know what I'm saying? So after you do your live announcement, then you can kind of play with some different ideas. So we were talking, me and Mallory were talking, and I was also watching that video, and we thought it'd be really cool to do one to show me your fur babies because I've got 2 dogs, and people can show me their pets, and you can connect with people and stuff like that. The next one is show me your delivery. So people that got their sample packs, show it, all that good stuff. And then you can do another one, show me your, I don't know, show me your kids or whatever. Things that you can tie to the different product lines. And that way you can see who's most engaged about those things. And those are the things that you can kind of tailor your live to. So the day of the live, they're going to get a reminder about the live from that event that you made. And then there's really cute graphics in that Dropbox for 1 hour from the live, 30 minutes from the live, 15 minutes from the live, and then, just do like a quick selfie before you get started. Hey, we're going live. Who's excited? And then, yeah, once you go live, you're doing a catalog walkthrough. You're going to tailor it. If nobody wants to talk about diffusers, don't talk about diffusers. If nobody has kids, you don't have to talk about the kids stuff. Um, I would recommend your live go no more than 30 minutes. You can always stay after and, ask questions, but the meat and potatoes of your live should be between 20 and 30 minutes. And then, yeah, the last thing that she said was at the end of your live, before you, open for questions, then she says that she'll do, get your order in before midnight. You'll be glad you did. And then, she'll send those people that order by midnight a scent circle. Now that's not something that you can really advertise. Just make sure that you say, get your order in before midnight. You'll be really glad you did. You get them a little something, something, but don't break your bank. Don't break your bank. So let's talk about sample packs. You want to make sure that when you're doing your sample packs, one, you're doing within your budget. Two, you're doing things that are in stock right now and available. And three, you make them genuine to you and authentic to you. So I actually don't have one set up right now, but if you go take a look at her Dropbox, there are different sample packs for different things. And I think I'm just going to do a whole different video on what my sample packs are going to be because I like to be a little bit extra and I don't want to share that with you. Just make sure that you do some samples. I think that I'm just going to start out with the 70-cent sample that I can put in an envelope and make it a really pretty envelope. I'm just going to do like a product sheet, some rub and smell stickers, some body samples, maybe delve into felt samples if I have felt samples, and put a joint brochure in there. And maybe a couple graphics with my face on it because people just like my face for some reason. And let them know about, I'm working on going to Disney on an incentive trip for free, and I'm working to take my family. So, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. But the more genuine you are and showing people who you are, um, you're able to kind of connect with them a little bit. But then also something that you can do is you can put your host's picture on that sample pack too, because they know her or him more than they know you. I mean, yeah, put stuff in there that they can connect with you a little bit, because if they're going to continue to buy from you and you follow up with them, they're going to get to know you. But right now, they know the host more than they know you. So do a little bit of both. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. I know that people are going to have questions, and that's okay. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. Cool. Let me back up so my face isn't so big. But I know that you're probably going to have questions. You have a million questions, because I did. I was like, oh, this is a totally different party. I don't know if I want to do this. Oh, and I'm really nervous, but I'm really excited. Drop any questions that you have down in the comments. My email address will be in there if you want to email me. I will check it on Mondays. So I'll do it next Monday. And you can always, if you're on my team, you can always reach out to me. You guys know how to call me or beat me. And then you can reach out to your sponsor, your director, upline, all that good stuff, because this is hot party type right now, especially where people kind of going back from work. They're not okay with as many notifications as they were when we were all at home. And yeah. So I'm going to hop off here. Like I said, you guys got this. Like, this is so much easier than what I was doing before. And if we're all going to earn Disney, we have to branch out, and do things that we haven't done before, because I can't run a huge business with only individual orders. I've got to be constantly be meeting new people. So I think that's it. I don't know how to end videos, but peace out, Girl Scouts. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm going to keep doing these. Bye, guys.